Germany may be considering deploying its troops in a peacekeeping mission to monitor a potential ceasefire in Ukraine. German Defense Minister Boris Pistorius said on January 18th the idea of sending in European peacekeeping force to Ukraine has gained traction in recent months amongst EU countries, and I wonder why is that? Could it be a raging war in the middle of Europe for 3 years in a row by now that Europe hesitates to take seriously enough to end it with a proper military slap in the Putin's indirected face? Well, maybe that, or maybe, but way more maybe, is that it's because the United States President-elect Donald Trump takes office on January 20th, and he said it clearly. Europe has to play a bigger role in what is going on in Europe. When asked if Germany was prepared to deploy troops to Ukraine in the event of ceasefire agreement, Pistorius indicated that Berlin was open to the idea. We're the largest NATO partner in Europe and will obviously have a role to play, Pistorius said in an interview with the German media outlet Süddeutsche Zeitung. The matter will be discussed in due time, Pistorius said, and the United Kingdom and France are reportedly already discussing the possibility of deploying French and British troops to monitor a ceasefire along the front line in Ukraine. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer said on January 16 that he had discussed the option with President Volodymyr Zelensky during their meeting in Kiev. French President Emmanuel Macron, who first floated the idea of European troops in Ukraine, has also been in talks with Zelensky regarding future peacekeepers. Vladimir Zelensky has previously said that Ukraine would only consider foreign peacekeepers if it secures a clear timeline for NATO membership. Other German politicians have also commented on the issue of deploying Bundeswehr troops to Ukraine. Roderich Kiesewetter, a lawmaker from the opposition, Christian Democratic Union (CDU) said on January 3rd that Berlin should not rule out the possibility. Also, Friedrich Merz, the opposition CDU-CSU alliance candidate for chancellor in the upcoming parliamentary elections, said on December 28th that Germany could join a peacekeeping mission in Ukraine, but only with Russia's consent. You wouldn't believe me if I'll tell you how many times I've already heard that outrageous expression, Russia's consent, from very profile political birds, high profile, flying high above the necessity to survive. I wonder if Mr. Merz's property is invaded by Russia. His family members are raped as our Ukrainian women are. Or his children were deported to Russia as 20,000 Ukrainian children were. Or his relatives burnt alive just as these 6 civilians during this very Friday and Saturday in the streets of Kiev and all over Ukraine. Civilians and children die every single day here, so if all that genocide would have happened to Friedrich Merz, how would he be feeling when someone, literally sitting on a Taurus missile that could have prevented all this Russian terror from happening, is instead of giving this Taurus to him, in the name of human values, this someone prefers to talk about so loudly, instead of acting so to stop the terror, this someone is asking a consent from a terrorist that caused it. Just lovely, isn't it?